Okay, everybody. I'm going to show you how to fold an origami crane, something that looks a lot like this. Well, maybe not as ugly as this, but you know, something to this approximate shape. So you'll start off with an even square of origami paper. You can use other kinds of paper, but origami is paper is a little easier to fold. And what's nice, colored side, uncolored side. This is helpful because you need to make sure you're putting the right folds, the right kinds of folds on the correct side of the paper. So we're going to start with colored side. What you want to do is make some diagonal folds. So we're going to take this top part down to the bottom, flip it over, and do it again. Let's do that right now. Slide. Make sure you put a nice heavy crease into this. So if you've got your nail, just kind of drag it along the crease, both sides. You can also just, use a pen. You just use one of the blunt sides, tamp it down. That's one fold. Let's do the other fold. Nice heavy crease. Okay, so first step. Colored side has these two kind of inward facing folds. All right, time to flip it over. And now we're going to do a halfway fold. So we're going to take this top part, fold it down, flip, fold down. All right, so. Nice heavy crease. I do enjoy my heavy creases. Just makes the process a little bit easier later on because you don't want to be having to fight your origami because your creases are all undefined. There we go. All right, so we have put 4 folds. Looks something a little like this, kind of sits like that. Now, doesn't matter which side, but you're going to want to grab the peaks of the halfway fold here at the edges. So you kind of want to grab it either here or, over here. You just want to kind of have it sitting like this. Grab the peaks of the fold and then bring it kind of together like this. So now you're sitting with a diamond that kind of spiraling out into the 4 cardinal directions. Now you want to flatten it down so you have 2 flaps on each side. So, whoop, there we go. That's where our nice folds come into. I don't like the way this is sitting, so I'm going to pop it open. Try this one instead. Don't like that either. Going back to the original one. Okay, excellent. So now we have a diamond with fold on each side. And as you can see, there's a top part that is what would be the center of the paper and a bunch of flappy parts down here. What we're going to do, we're going to take these lower parts, these flappy parts, we're going to fold just one of those flaps. We're going to take this kind of bottom edge. We're going to fold it over to the center, like so. There we go. So now that part came over to the middle like so. just get a nice close up. And you want to do that for all 4 flaps. What you want to do is you want to make sure this top part where the where this edge kind of lies down right here, you want that to be kind of roughly level between the 2 flaps. It's almost more important to make sure it's level than it is lined up there to the center. We'll go over this in a second. Okay, fold. That was an ugly fold. Let's refold that. There we go. As you can see, it's a little gross and not completely up to it, but it's top. It's kind of pretty level. That's nice. Flip it over, do the same. Fold the outer edge to the center crease, get a nice. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing in this world is. Your origami doesn't have to be either. So now we have something that looks like a kite. We have folded all 4 flaps and lower flap and lower edges towards the center. Now we're going to take this top triangle and we're going to fold it down. We're going to use the kind of the sides as a guideline for where the fold is going to occur. We're going to fold it down kind of on top of the flaps we just made. And really, all we're doing is we're just trying to get the heaviest of creases. So you can see we fold it down there, fold it back up, flip it over, fold it down. We're just really trying to bake in this really, really heavy crease here at the top so that basically this top triangle can kind of flop back and forth. You really want to get this crease nice and kind of baked in because this is one of the first really hard steps of folding an origami crane. You're going to undo the folds you made. So now you're basically looking at the square again, but with a bunch of folds in it. What you want to do is take this lower end, the one that's kind of open. We're going to take this lower end and we're going to fold it all the way up here. So as you can see, as I start to lift it up, the edges start kind of moving towards the center. And that's exactly what I want to do. So as I'm pulling this back, I'm kind of making sure that this center crease is developing, and that heavy triangle fold I was doing before, it's turning into the kind of like the lever that is going to pull these sides down. And I want to kind of reverse the folds on these diagonals. So as I'm coming up here, this bottom part is staying there. So it goes up here. And now, as you can see, these edges are going towards the center. I'm just going to help them along. Just kind of tamp them down like so. And you're going to have to kind of manipulate, massage the paper. It needs some help getting to where it needs to be, and that's fine. We all need a little help sometimes. There we go. So now you have what kind of looks like a long diamond. This is actually looking pretty good. So let's flip it over and do it again. Got a really heavy crease up here. We're going to undo the folds. Take our bottom floating edge. Make sure this bottom part's not going to fly off. Pull it up towards me. Tamp it down. Help the creases along. And there we go. Yep. Okay. So now you have a very long diamond that looks the same on both sides. Worth noting, you should have, so while the two sides look the same, one is very one piece-ish, and the other is kind of split down the middle here. And that's great because we want to play with the split down the middle sides. Drop it back down, and we're going to do another one of these. Take the long edge, fold it over to the center crease. So, and this one's going to be a bit of a tighter because there's a lot more things that are being folded, and it's just a longer fold. But this is one of the funner ones to do. Now it's starting to look really cool. It's starting to look like something that might take shape into something, might turn into a bird. Okay, so outer edge folded towards center crease. There we go. And we do that for all four. Okay. Nice, nice. There we go. Okay. Flip it over. Do it again. Edge towards the center crease. There. And the very last one. Okay. Now it looks like a very narrow kite. You still have these top flappy parts, kind of spoiling it. These are going to be the wings, guys. And then you have these two long kind of legs. Now, this is the second really tricky part. Remember that first tricky part was where you had to take the lower edge, kind of pull it up, and then the sides kind of booted like that. So now what I want you to do is pick a side, doesn't matter which, and kind of open up the, not this part, not where it can split, but kind of off to the, turn it 90 degrees, kind of open it up a little. Let's kind of see how it's, what you want to do is take the leg, kind of make it nice and flat, and then use your really heavy crease. You can kind of see it right there. Kind of open it up and take the long end and start and fold it up. You kind of need to reverse the crease. This right here, this is going to have to go the other way. So what does this look like? So pop it open, kind of grab it by the middle-ish, and then pull it all up. Like I said, you were kind of reversing the crease, but what this does is it gives us our head or our butt. We'll figure that out later. So once again, doing the exact same thing, but on the other side. So got our, open it up. I kind of grab it like this and then pull it like that. So, yep, and yep. And then here's the little, work with me here, buddy. Okay. See, if you don't guide it, you can see that it just kind of wants to go all the way up and back up this way. So you kind of pull it out a little, kind of use your thumb and forefinger to kind of pull it out a little, and then make that crease. So now you have two sides. And I like to take the one that looks, the point that looks prettier, and leave it alone. Because I will take the other side that looks kind of ugly, and I'll make that the head. So let's see, this looks pretty good. So I'm going to take this part and turn it into the head. There's a couple different ways to turn this little part into the head. You can just do just grab it and then twist it. So you get a head that looks like that, or undo that. You can kind of pop it open just a little, kind of what it was. Take the head, fold it down. You got to see there's a crease forming at the top, and then just, all right. So now we're gonna spread our wings. Oh, give it a gentle tug. And now you can kind of massage the wings, get them into a nice shape. And, well, it doesn't sit that great, but it is a crane. And if you fold 1,000 of these, you get a wish. Really cool. I mean, not really, but hey, it's good practice. And that's my crane tutorial.